Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to be sharing with you one of my favorite little beauty tools called the Regen Pen. A friend of mine shared this with me a few months ago and I absolutely love it. So if you are a woman who goes to the salon and maybe you get facials or microdermabrasion, or maybe you're using fillers, this can be an amazing tool in your little beauty routine that can save you literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So one of the challenges that I have with my skin is I have been dealing with hyperpigmentation. Now, I have been doing all kinds of things internally. I've been supporting my pituitary gland with herbals because often when you're dealing with hyperpigmentation, it is an indication of a pituitary imbalance. So I've been doing herbal supports, and of course, I use my micronutrient dense superfoods, which have done a lot in terms of improving the quality of my skin. And it has helped in terms of the hyperpigmentation, but I'm still dealing with a couple of spots. And so that's why I turned to the Regen Pen. Prior to this, I'd done something called the green peel. I've done the green peel a couple of times, and that is quite a pricey treatment, not to mention that you have a downtime of several days. And in fact, the last time I did the green peel was about almost 2 years ago. And it took like longer than the 5 days. I actually had to deal with my face peeling for like 7 or 8 days. I couldn't go out in public. It was actually not a good situation. So what I love about the Regen Pen is that you're not going to deal with downtime like that at all. Plus, you can do it in the convenience of your home, and it is definitely a lot more economical. So I've already cleansed my face. I have done a video where I share my evening cleansing routine. So make sure that you check that video out. It's going to be linked up in the description below. But for the Regen Pen, you need to have a serum. You can use any serum, but I'm choosing to use Lord & Bell's hyaluronic acid serum. And it comes in like, I love these containers where you're just getting out what you need and there's no excess, and you're not putting your fingers into the product itself. So you just put the serum on your face and make sure that you put a decent amount on because you're going to be going all over your face. I'm even going to go onto my neck a little bit. So I'm going to get a little more serum as well. And the Regen Pen has nano channels. So they're making like micro tears on your skin. And the serum is going to get put into your skin as you're using the Regen Pen. Now, you want to make sure that your face doesn't get dry at all. So for that, I'm using one of my favorite little biohacks called ASEA, and I'm using their liquid. What I'm going to do is anytime I feel like my face is drying out, I'm just going to do a couple of sprays of the Detox onto my face, and that's going to keep my face nice and moist as I do the treatment. I could feel the acid starting to, the serum starting to dry out a little bit, the hyaluronic acid starting to dry out a little bit. So wanna make sure my face is nice and moist. So, and now we're gonna start. So let me just turn it on, and you can use, you're not using a lot of pressure, and you just kind of like go over the area. Try and like just hold it in a spot just a little bit. This is my trouble hyperpigmentation spot. So I'm gonna do a little extra here. So you can do a 3 count as you go through. I probably was a little bit fast initially, so I'm going to go back that initial area. 1, 2, 3. And actually, my face still feels like fairly moist. I don't feel like it's drying out at all. And do the chin area. You actually, it doesn't hurt or anything. It's just like a little tingly. I can feel that the side of my face is drying out. So just gonna, and so your face will be a little bit red after the treatment. That's normal. And I'm gonna apply the Hydra V moisturizer once I'm done. So you don't have to like rinse your face or anything like that. I just apply the moisturizer. And usually what happens is the next day, whatever redness I may have had is completely gone. So very, very different from my experience of doing the green peel, where I was down for several days. I couldn't go out in public. I don't know if you've ever had a green peel or know someone who has. And the treatment itself is not pleasant because what they put on your face, it literally feels like shards, like the herbs that they put on your face. It literally feels like shards of glass going into your skin. So it's totally not pleasant. This is a lot easier, a lot simpler, a lot less painful, and no downtime. So I'm actually probably moving a little bit too fast just because I'm on camera and I'm trying to be efficient in terms of time. But yeah. And one of the things that I really want to emphasize, like if you are someone who uses fillers, no judgment. But it's really, really important to know that a lot of the fillers, they've got so many toxic chemicals in them that it's really, really damaging for your liver. And with certain fillers, like something like Botox, there are serious side effects that you want to be aware of. So, you know, I understand that we all want to look our best and we want to, you know, feel beautiful in our skin and all that. But just keep in mind that there are better ways to preserve your beauty. My number one tool for great skin and just feeling good in my body overall has always been the quality of my nutrition and hydration. This is why, I look younger than I actually am, and I feel younger than I actually am. And it definitely reflects in my skin. So lately I've been asking some friends, or even like when it comes up in conversation, if it comes up in conversation, I'll ask like, hey, how much do you think I spend on my yearly beauty routine? And most people think I spend thousands and thousands of dollars because obviously I like things to be organic and cruelty free and no chemicals and all that. And yes, I do want things to be organic and cruelty free and all of that. But because I do so much for myself internally in terms of the quality of my nutrition and hydration and detoxification, I actually spend not even $1,000 a year on makeup and skincare. So yeah, most of what I spend is investment on my internal health. And that obviously reflects in my skin, right? Your skin is a reflection of what's going on internally. So if you're dealing with eczema, psoriasis, just I know that I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation here, so I'm just going to go over it again. So that's that. Now I want to do my forehead. And you can also do your eyes with this and give yourself a little bit of an eyelid. So I'm going to spray on my eyes and we'll do a little bit there. Actually, the skin on the eyes is really delicate. So I'm actually going to take the REGENPEN down to 1 because I don't want to be too intense on my eyelids. But you can just kind of hold it and kind of give yourself a little lift. And do both sides. Yeah, so if you're dealing with skin issues, really pay attention to what are you putting in your body? How are you fueling your body? And if you're eating processed foods or junk food or consuming alcohol, which is really dehydrating, that could be part of the issue. I'm going to do my forehead. Whew. I love the redox because it actually helps the communication between the cells. I'm going to turn this back up to a higher setting. It helps the communication between the cells, which helps repair any damage between the cells. I also use the redox gel. There is a skincare line as well. And of course, like everything else I use, it is completely non-toxic. And it's one of my favorite little biohacks. So yeah, if you're struggling with skin issues, generally those are related to diet. It can also be the fact your gut is not functioning properly. So maybe your lymph system is backing up and that is creating stagnation all throughout your body. And it's starting to come out into the skin. Sometimes when you have parasites, parasites will also start to come out onto the skin. And of course, if your kidneys aren't filtering, kidneys are responsible for removing metabolic waste from the body. If your kidneys are not filtering properly, then you're going to have issues with skin potentially. So it's always good to look at what is going on within the internal environment in your body and start to address that. And yes, it's great to have tools like this for some topical treatments, but you also want to make sure that you're doing the internal work and cleaning out your terrain and taking care of it. So I'm just going to do the neck and then that'll be it. So with the tip that I have on the Regen pen, once you've used it once, you want to toss it. You have to use a fresh cartridge every single time. So for myself personally, I'm on my phone a lot and I've noticed definitely in the last couple of years getting more lines on my neck than I like to see. So giving this a go and seeing how this does. I haven't done that many treatments with the Regen pen. It's only been a couple. But I noticed when I did my last treatment, my skin did start to peel a few days later. So if you have any skin peeling, that may happen. It's normal. And you can decide how often you want to do the treatment. You can do it once a week, once every couple of weeks. It's kind of really up to you. All right. So that's it. That's it. That's the REGENPEN. And I'm going to finish it off with adding just a touch of the Hydra V moisturizer and just put it everywhere. You don't need to like wash your face or anything like that. So just put the moisturizer on and that's it. You're all good. Thanks for being in my bathroom and watching me do a REGENPEN video. I hope you found it to be helpful. Of course, if you have questions, please drop them below. And also make sure that you check out my discount link, which should also be linked up below for the pen and just for the Lord and Bell beauty products. This is one of the lines that I like utilizing in my day-to-day, and I do have a discount code for you guys. And I hope that you found this video to be helpful. Please feel free to share it with anyone you want to share it with. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and check out all my links below for some amazing goodies. See you in the next video. Bye for now.